Day 201 of the war in Gaza and the long-anticipated IDF operation in Rafah appears to be drawing near. Satellite imagery shows expansion of refugee tent camps near Khan Yunis and Rafah in the southern Gaza Strip, where empty lands have been filled in ahead of the expected army offensive into the densely populated Gaza area, with some 1.3 million residents, many evacuated from homes earlier in the war. Prime Minister Netanyahu hinted at the coming operations in Rafah and elsewhere in Gaza aimed at eliminating remaining Hamas strongholds. Netanyahu said Israel will land additional and painful blows on Hamas, and it will happen soon. In the coming days, Israel will increase the military and political pressure on Hamas because this is the only way to free our hostages and achieve our victory. The U.S. Senate has passed a $95 billion war aid bill for Israel, Ukraine, and Taiwan. After months of delays and contentious debate, the bill passed the Senate by an overwhelming 79-18 vote after the House had approved the package on Saturday. The legislation would send $17 billion in wartime assistance to Israel and billions in humanitarian relief to Gaza residents. Opponents in the Senate included a few left-wing Democratic senators who have opposed aid to Israel amid protests on campus. It also included 15 isolationist Republican senators who opposed the military aid package. Over 130 protesters were arrested at NYU's so-called liberated zone as anti-Israel encampments are growing on U.S. university campuses. There were arrests at Columbia and NYU in New York as Students for Justice in Palestine declared a nationwide bid to demand that colleges divest from Israel. Anti-Semitic chants were heard during protests. Officers in riot gear scuffled with demonstrators at NYU after the police arrested protesters for violating an order to disperse. Some of the protesters acted violently toward officers. All of the protesters were released overnight.
Experience the power of truth with ILTV News. If you're looking for quality content and captivating visuals, join our news community and become an integral part of our team as we embark on a mission to unveil the real Israel, dismantling the web of lies and misinformation that surround reporting on Israel. By subscribing to ILTV News, you will not only have access to the latest updates, but you will also amplify our message, creating a ripple effect that carries the truth far and wide. Subscribe today and help reshape the narrative. Available on the web, Android, and Apple.